Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Yeah.
So my story is not about weight loss, Michaela, it's phenomenal. And not about being lost physically, but losing luggage. Has anyone ever lost luggage on a trip?
Oh, yeah.
It is the worst.
Yeah.
But let me just say that I lost luggage while traveling on an all-expense paid trip to Italy, so I know I'm an asshole. And that gives me like zero right to complain about losing my luggage. But the context of this trip is that my aunt, so I'm from a very large Irish Catholic family. Woo, yeah, it's great. And we have there's like a lot of us because we don't use birth control. And my aunt, my mom's older sister, never had children. She actually is never get married. And has this tradition of taking all of her nieces and nephews on a trip, like, you know, internationally or whatever. So she decided that she was going to take me and my older sister and my 3 cousins to Italy for like a girls' excursion. So, stop, yeah. So I was 14 at the time, my sister and cousin were 18, and my 2 twin cousins were like 21. So, like, the trip starts with, like, the general, like, debauchery of, like, oh my god, like, Aunt Bridget doesn't know what she's doing, why is she taking these, like, 4 young women, or 5 young women to, like, a foreign country, and, like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And my mom does, like, the whole, like, judgmental, like, doesn't ever give you any, like, verbal comments, she just does, like, the, like, like, not at all, like, I don't know if you've ever gotten that, but, like, it's like the, I'm, like, judging you and, like, have lots of feedback, but I'm not going to actually tell you any of it, and or give you any, like, constructive criticism. It's just like a, like, oh, that's where you're wearing out, like, like, you're going to Italy with your Aunt Bridget, who's really disorganized and, like, has never taken care of anything but, like, a houseplant. So we go to Italy, and she rents this, like, house in, like, rural fucking Italy, like, in the middle of nowhere. Like, it takes, like, forever to get out there, and it's, like, population, like, 400. So we, like, land, no bags. Like, no one has their luggage. And it's, like, Italy, so they're kind of just, like, like, you know, like, you have fun at beach, like, go to the beach, like, you know, like, you're, like, just do your thing. So we're like, okay. So we show up in this, like, rural town, no luggage, and so we spend the first, like, multiple days of our vacation, like, calling the airline to be like, hey, do you feel like finding our bags? Like, is that, like, a thing? Or, like, are you gonna drop them off? Da 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 da. So they don't. So, like, it's like this just, like, we're taking turns, like, no one's enjoying themselves, like, no one has deodorant, like, no one's making eye contact, like, we're all just, like, miserable. So, like, insert Lorenzo. Before you get too excited, like, about me potentially, I'm not gonna go there, but before you get too excited about Lorenzo is like a 92-year-old, like, leathery man, like, who has, like, baked in the sun, and he is making fun of my pale-ass, like, Irish Catholic, like, ness, like, teen, like, awkwardness, and he's like, you know, spend time on phone, like, go out to the beach, and I'm like, Lorenzo, I need my bag, like, you don't understand, so, it was just, like, horrible, and, like, the whole trip was, I know, cue the violins, I'm in Italy. But the whole trip was just like a series of like unfortunate events. Like, we went to see the Sistine Chapel and it like closed like 10 minutes before we got there. We went to Naples at one point and like the train just like times were wrong and they like nothing was recorded right, so we just like didn't get the train back. And like, again, Italians, they're like liars. Like, I don't know, like anyone else has experienced. It's not just Italy, it's other countries, I'm sure, but like they just like don't tell you the truth, like to your face, and you're like, you lied to me, and they're like, they like don't care, they're just like, you're in Italy, like eat a pizza and like enjoy yourself. So the whole trip was like horrible. So cut to, I know you guys are dying, the trip ends like 10 days, and we go back to the airport, and we're like, we had not talked to a single like face-to-face person about Alitalia, the airline. So we're ready to rumble. Like, we're gonna show up at this airport and just be like, you ruined our vacation. So we show up and they're like, well, you can check this like storage unit that we have back here, which is like, this is like pre 9/11, so it was literally like they just like let us back like into this like back like warehouse, like no like security. They're just like, sure, come on back. So my cousin Jill finds her bag, and it's like just in this like tucked in this corner, like, you know, like just underneath like all this other luggage, and she's like, my bag. So she takes it, she's all excited. None of us have our other bags. We get on the plane, we go back to the United States, we land, and my parents and like all of our family's there, and we're all just like, we look like so depleted, and my parents are like, did you have a great vacation? We're like, no fucking touch us. Like, we just wanted to go home and like never remember it again. But the punchline, if there is a punchline, is that my cousin Jill, who was so thrilled to have found her bag, Yeah, they lost it again, like on the way back. Like, did not happen in Philadelphia. So she's like, no! None of us ever saw a luggage again. So it's somewhere in the Mediterranean. That's all.